All right, welcome back. So what we have here is basically the next tutorial with the code, and what we're creating is what's called an efilibs header file. And it's not that complicated, really. All it does is it allows us to clean up our code a little bit, so it makes it a lot easier. We could create functions like this, and like this, and this is much simpler and easier to read. Reset and all this, it's all here. But why do we need this? Why are we even bothering with this, right? Well, again, because it's simpler, but what this does is it takes whatever functions that we create, and let's see, I've got it over here. And so instead of seeing a lot of this, we could just call it like this. Again, it makes it much simpler to use. But why not just call it a libs file or something else? Well, the reason it's efilibs header file is because we're actually requiring the actual EFI for this to actually work. Okay, so everything in here is all EFI based. When you get to your kernel, you can't use this at all. Okay, that's why we label it differently from the libs or clibs header file. So if and when we do create a C file, or a C library, I should say, that will be called clibs or libs.h. It's a header file for the C language. And we'll end up having to create our own. But in the meantime, we can actually use this file and keep our code much cleaner by using this kind of an interface. So we have hit any key, we've got the print, we've got set color, and we've got the reset. And of course you saw all that right there. So that's pretty much it. This is as simple as this tutorial gets. Nothing in here is actually changed that I am aware of. Yeah, I think this is all pretty much the same, so we don't have to worry about that. Anyhow, yeah, I'll see you on the next tutorial. Let's just compile this real fast so you can actually see this working. But the tutorial, this tutorial is pretty much over with. But if you're OCD like me, you may want to see this. So open that up, go here, and that way you can see what this does. Mount entire image. Work with me here. Seriously, I gotta fix my mouse. And go here, there, and replace. And like that. Close that, close this, dismount, and open up our VirtualBox. And it should, in theory, everything looks normal, good. So this is basically what VirtualBox looks like. Oops, let's go ahead and close that. There it is. So welcome to the UEFI from Scratch tutorials. We have a libs file, and I actually should have renamed that to efilibs, but it's basically the same thing. And then of course you hit any key and it resets. So, all right. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and see you on the next tutorial.